Hey everyone, welcome to another Bearded Vlogs, and this week I shall be talking about music, or fashion, rather, in the music world. So thus, cue the intro. Hey, look! It's another controversial I'm talking about this week, but I guess you can't do a vlog without having a few controversial issues, can you? And as I said, so this week, as I've said, I will be talking about fashion. Now, I know I'm probably the last person in the whole world who should be talking about fashion, but I do feel that everyone does have at least some right to be talking about this. The main thing I want to talk about, though, is the difference between people who go with the current style so that they are in, as well as the people who don't kind of care what other people think. They don't care what the in style is, and they just kind of go for what suits them and what they feel they look good in. Obviously, the biggest issue that I've seen in this whole situation is people wearing band tops who don't listen to that band or don't even know that a band is a band. I think the biggest case is people wearing like Nirvana t-shirts and not knowing who Kurt Cobain is. You get me? But and the idea that someone to wear a band t-shirt is you're supporting that band. You're supporting the fact that you like that band. And I guess that in a sense, because these people are buying these t-shirts, they are supporting the band. But they don't know they're supporting. They don't know that they're doing this. They're only buying it, they're only wearing it because, yeah, again, it's the in thing to be wearing. This is kind of like a one-sided argument, because people on the other side of the fence, or the post, or whatever you want to call it, who either don't care about what other people think, or don't care what the latest in-style fashion is, they're not going to be affected by it, are they? I don't. I know I don't. I wear to me what is comfortable to me. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. And then the times is when these people put a bit of thought about their fashion sense, about what they're going to wear, they're kind of doing it on like two, maybe three-fold front. First one is to piss the in fashion people off, because, come on, we all have to occasionally. The second one is because, well, I'm not going to go to a kind of like fancy dinner thing, freaking dressed in freaking Batman t-shirt, am I? I'm going to put a nice suit on. I'm going to put some thought into what I'm going to wear. And the third one, dressing up, come on. Who doesn't love Halloween? Now, as I've said, I'm no fashion expert. Hell, when I was a kid once back in America, I went to school in a full-on green tracksuit. Looked like a hobo. But I like to think I have a better understanding as I've gotten older and discovered certain things that I liked. Still far from an expert. But to see what some of these people wear as the in fashion hurts my eyes to look at. It hurts my brain even just thinking about it. Now, in the music world, especially like pop, rap, genres, and that side of music, it's just amazing what these people are willing to wear out on stage. I wouldn't be caught dead in this stuff at home. And they go out on stage dressed like this. Freaking female pop stars with freaking shirts shorter than most belts I'd wear. Freaking guys who are wearing their trousers so fucking low, I'm surprised they can even walk. That sounded really British there, didn't I? Walk. But anyways, in the metal world, maybe kind of except maybe one or two genres, the idea of fashion isn't the biggest thing we think about. I don't think about sometimes, well, probably most of the time when I've ever gone on stage, I'm not thinking about, oh, what the fuck am I going to wear? Oh fuck, I've got to find something to wear. Do you know what I do? I wake up in the morning, I go to a gig, I'm doing a gig, I pull a shirt out of my drawer, and I go, that'll do. I have a few sets of black jeans, a pair of Converse. I'm dressed. That's it. That's what I do. Now, obviously, like I said, in certain genres, I would say like black metal, folk metal, some of the genres within that side of metal, they kind of go all out with like the face paint and the freaking massive wardrobes, and that's part of their music. I get it. But because when you transfer that back to the pop side of it all, the popular music, the in music, the way they dress isn't for their music. It's for their fashion designers. It's for their record labels. It's for their design. It's for who they are as a person, not as a musician. And this is where fashion gets affected in the music world. And now, of course, the other side of it all as well is if you take away from the stars and the people on stage and things like that, and you go just to the people on the streets. When I was a teenager, you could fucking tell the kind of music people were listening to just by the way they dressed. When I was 16, I used to wear just a lot of black. I think I wore like blue jeans every so often, but it was a lot of black. I always either had Vans or Converse shoes on. I was starting to grow my hair out quite a bit. I had like a studded belt, I had studded wristbands, and all things like that. At the time, I was heavily starting into rock and metal at the time. Not so much the metal side until a couple years later, but yeah, that's the way I was going. And if I ran into somebody who, like, tracksuit bottoms, like some football top, freaking Nike trainers or Nike hat on or some of that, yeah, they listen to rap or hip-hop, or more than modern hip-hop than anything else. But yeah, you could tell who these people were and the list of music they listened to, which at the time was great. You could find out who the kind of people you should be hanging around with. And as you get older, even the tattoos people get kind of give away what genre of music they listen to. A lot of my tattoos, I mean, I got a couple of band tattoos, I got a lot of geeky tattoos. Yeah, I listen to metal. That's how it is, isn't it? And that was 12 years ago. Then, I think fashion's kind of always been like that. I mean, if you think going back to the 70s and 80s of like the hippie and punk movements, mainly because those were like the two biggest movements out there, and you think of how they're dressed then to now. Hippies nowadays, I mean, nowadays you think of hippies, it's like most of them got long hair, probably dreadlocked, still bright colors, probably like some might still have the old peace tattoos and things like that on them. But when you think of hippies back in the day, it wasn't necessarily long hair, but it was a lot into that kind of style. It was very much peace and freedom and love one another kind of sense. Think of what punks are today. Mohawks, Liberty spikes, a lot of things like that, leather, spikes just everywhere, and things like that. And you think what I know of them, or what I've heard from like back in the original day when punks were first coming out, there's like skinheads and things like that. So it's like a lot more of a biker themed than what it is today. Which just shows how fashion evolves, how fashion moves forward all the time. And with that, fashion is tied with music, the same way music is tied with fashion. Those two worlds are together. They're entwined no matter what. To say that they aren't, well, it's kind of idiotic. But I would like to know what you guys' thoughts on all this is. So, if you got something you want to say, if you got an idea about how it is, or you want to just point something out, or, like I said, open conversation. See what we all have to say about this subject. So all my links to my social media and everything are down in the bio, as per usual. Please like and subscribe, and until then, Beardy out.